Another day, another market. Today is Saturday, 2nd of August, and today I'm going to OFM, that is Organic Farmers Market, Marula Lane, Karen. So let's go to the market.
Your smile lit up like a sunrise glow. Touch so soft where the seasons flow. We met where the stars take their flight. Every moment with you feels just right. Whisper your name in the rush of the breeze. Love like an ocean rippling with ease. Heartbeats sink into this melody. You and I forever, wild and free.
Hello guys, welcome back to Yale Gifts. My name is Wamoyo, and I know you're waiting for this video so much because you said I should cover OFM, that is Organic Farmers Market, the one that happens in Karen. You wanted to know, why is this market so popular? So popular. Why does everybody want to go there? Everybody wants to be a vendor there. So that's what we are going to talk about in this video today. And I will be making some eyes and ears I'm decorating these beanies. These are due for delivery on Wednesday. I have finished the beanies, but they need to be made into character beanies. It's my first, so I will also bring you that maybe at the end of this video or maybe on a separate video. I don't know how fast I will be because I tend not to be able to multitask. So guys, today is Monday and the market happened over the weekend on Saturday. And I want us to start with the location so that if you've been thinking about this market, you don't know where it is, then from where you live or where your shop is or where you move from with your stuff, then you know whether this market will work for you, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So OFM, or Organic Farmers Market, they have two markets every weekend. They have the one that happens in Karen, that is Marula Lane, that happens on Saturday, and they have another one that happens on Sunday in Kilimani at Kilimani Primary School. But the one I'm going to cover today, though I might mention about the other one at Kilimani, I'm covering the Karen one, the Marula Lane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No interruption when you're counting, you know. So this market is located in Karen. It's on that road that goes to Karen Country Club. I think it's Karen Road or something like that. Now, this place can be accessed by matatu if you're not having a lot of luggage. If your merchandise is not too much, it's something you can carry comfortably in a matatu. It is possible to use a matatu. However, when you drop where the matatus will drop you, there is a distance that is quite a bit. It's about 1.5 kilometers walking distance from the bus stop. So you may need to take a boda or a tuk-tuk. What I've seen most people do, even if you have a little more luggage, is those who have so much, they take a taxi all the way. Those who don't have so much, they drop at Karen Shopping Center and they take tuk-tuks. And those who have very little, they drop just at the junction and then they take the boda there. So it's easy logistics. But it's good to know that, especially so that you can plan considering the distance where you live, the amount of luggage you're carrying, and of course your time to travel there and the cost of travel and logistics to get there. This market is by application only. So if you want to be a vendor in this market, you have to apply, and there's usually a long waiting list. I have been waiting to join this market. Although I wasn't very consistent in my asking, I've waited for about 2 years, I would say, because the first time I heard about the market was in 2023. And that time I was talking to them through Instagram, and they kept telling me the place is still full, the place is still full. And eventually I got a number in 2024, and I started talking to them through WhatsApp. And again, it was still full. At some point, they asked me to try their Kilimani market, which I did this year. I didn't do it last year because last year I just went there to see how that one is. And I realized it was still very new. The vendors were few. In fact, what they used to do is the vendors who used to be in Karen on Saturday, they would be given a free table at Kilimani on Sunday. So they would be the same vendors, those who are willing to do Saturday and Sunday. So the numbers were still not high and the traffic was quite low. So I didn't pursue that much last year. I kept pursuing the organic farmers market in Karen, but all the time it was full. So sometime this year, again, I followed up, and this is when they told me, now Kilimani has really grown and you can give it a trial as we try and see whether we'll get a slot for you in Karen. So I did my first Kilimani this year as I wait for a slot in Karen. And yes, it had grown. Yes, the vendors were more. Yes, yeah, it was different from what I saw last year. But again, the traffic was still not as much. So I didn't go for the second time. I went back to and kept checking whether I'll get a slot in Karen. And eventually I got the first one. Now, when they gave me the first slot, they gave me just for a day, and they told me they're giving me a slot for someone who was not going to be showing up that Saturday, and therefore it wasn't going to be permanent. In fact, what they said is, come and give it a trial. You've really waited. Come and see if you like it, or if you don't like it. When you're there, that's when you're gonna know. If you like it, then at least you've come up in the list. We will see when we get a slot. So when I was going there, we were two crocheters. A friend of mine had gotten her slot earlier. So that day we were together, and she got a slot, a permanent slot, and I couldn't the following weekend. So I eventually got one, and last Saturday was my second day. So actually, the question you guys asked before niendele na hii story mingi is why this market is popular. Is the fact that, one, they have built this brand so well that every other guest in this country, every person visiting Kenya, whether visiting as a tourist, whether here on a short stay, they want to be in this market. So it's a place well known after Masai Market. It's the place people know that if I go there, I'll be able to get souvenirs. I'll be able to get fresh organic foods. I'll be able to get packaged organic foods. I'll be able to sit and eat. There is some nice music. Yeah, so the vibe is really good. And the way they have built that brand, the way they have marketed that market, number one, we have the locals, the population of Karen, I think, was the first population to consume from that market. And then now it has grown to where, as you travel to Nairobi and you're looking for things to do in Nairobi, Organic Farmers Market Marula in Karen features as one of to-do list for anyone visiting Kenya, be it Africans, be it people from Western countries. So that is what makes this farmers market so popular, because the traffic that it draws is traffic that is intentionally, it's purposeful, it's traffic that is planned, traffic that is coming to consume what is in that market. And that is right from drinks. So there's lots of locally made drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic. There's the foods. And then there is the fresh foods, packaged organic foods, and there's the fresh organic foods. And then there's us, the crafters. So the people visiting this market are coming there to spend. They want to eat and get the experience. They want to shop souvenirs. They want to shop Kenyan made. They want to interact with crafters, like the real crafters. The people I see there with the crafts, or the people I have seen, are people doing their own craft right there. As in, you'll find the painters painting, you'll find us crocheters crocheting. Yeah, you can literally engage and talk to the creator, the crafter, the maker of the items in this market. And that is the experience people coming there are looking for. They don't want to buy something that was imported from China. They don't want to buy something that they can't hear the story behind it. They want to buy it, and they want the story behind that product. So this now takes me to the qualifications of you joining. I think I make 2 more eyes. This is what I'm trying to do. So I have 2 eyes, but I don't know what. With these 2 eyes, I don't know who is this gonna be. But let me make a few more eyes, and because I have these 3. So I want them to be different. I think this I'm going to do a bunny. So that goes away. I was told this color is so good for a fox. So I'm going to look for a fox and do this. But anyway, let me make 2 more eyes as we speak. So here are the qualifications, or here is what you need to be making, to be vending, to qualify to be at Organic Farmers Market. 1, if you're coming to do foods like restaurants and maybe drinks, you need to be having your own product that you make here. I think I've seen the Tusker and all and the hard liquor, but I think the uniqueness, the Tusker is because it is Kenyan beer, so it sells there. But when it comes to things like the hard liquor, I see the specialty is the cocktails that are made out of it. People have the uniqueness of mixing their cocktails in a nice way and having some really nice cocktails. If you're cooking food like food, then you need to be having something unique to your food that speaks and shouts and tells the story of Kenya, and you have a story behind it. Why did you start making this? Why are you selling it here? What impact does it bring? What gap were you? You need to have a story to your product. If you're doing other drinks, non-alcoholics, I've seen the kombuchas, and I've seen people who make their own drinks, and that's what sells. That story, you making it, you seeing that gap, or you offering something that is really authentic and nice, is what they want in that market. When it comes to fresh foods, they want to know where you grow it, is organic. They want organic. So we have bakers who bake their own bread, they make their own. We have cereal people, the granolas, the mueslis. They roast their own, the coffee people. So they really, really want authenticity in your product, and it has to be Kenyan by a Kenyan for everyone, for the world. Kenyan products by Kenyans for the world. You win. The other crafts that are there is crochet. Now we are two. No, actually we are three. One of us, two make plushes. One makes plushes and other things, and I make wearable mostly. And they're painters. I've seen people selling secondhand, and secondhand clothes really sell. People who cut bottles and turn them into reusable items. People who upscale jeans. People who do a mix of leather and Ankara and all that. So again, your product needs to be Kenyan, needs to be authentic, needs to be telling the story, why you chose it, why are you making it, what does it do for the Kenyans and the world. That's all. That's what will make you get a place. However, the list is usually long. The list is usually long. But if you have that, go ahead and inbox them on Instagram. They'll give you a number, you follow up on WhatsApp, and you'll get a slot. Now, I'm coming to the end of this video because on this video, I just wanted to tell you why it's popular and a little more about what this market is about so that you know whether you want to vend there or not, whether you get into the list or you don't want to. So the costs. A table costs 1,250 per day at Organic Farmers Market, Karen. But that market only happens on Saturday. So one table, 1,250. Once they confirm you to be able to take a slot permanently, now you can pay monthly, and monthly is cheaper. It goes for 4,000 for the entire month. However, should you just only attend 2 Saturdays, there is no carrying forward of that money to the next month or a refund. No. So once you pay a monthly fee of 4,000, you must utilize it. If you're not able to utilize the 4 Saturdays, I'm sorry, that money cannot be carried forward. But it's such a deal. It's a bargain. 4,000 is a bargain for 4, sometimes 5 Saturdays in a month. The other thing that is important to note is that they have a very strict time for the market. So the market opens at 8 in the morning. So you have to be there at 8 and set up early. And it closes. They ring the bell at 4:30. And once they ring the bell at 4:30, by 5 you should start packing. And by 6 you should be out of there. Why? This market, the location is in the residential area. And because food is sold, alcohol is sold, if they're not careful with the timings, then there's a likelihood that, the music gets nice. They have really nice DJs. The drink gets nicer. The food gets the nicest. And you find people partying at night. That residential area has a strict time on parties, has a strict policy on parties, and so they're not allowed. So to safeguard the market and abide with the policies of the area, the bell goes on at 4:30, and by 5 you start packing, and by 6 you need to be out of that place. That is standard. There is no way out about that. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are so organized that they have a whole team that assists you. So once you're located a place, once you get there in the morning, they will show you your location, your station. A table will be set up for you. A chair will be given to you. Should you need an extra chair, you need to let them know way in advance so that they provide for it. So you can't come on Saturday morning and decide, I want 2 extra chairs. because they have to make a plan for that and have them delivered there. So you need to let them know in advance if you need extra chairs. You'll be shown your spot. You have to adhere to the rules of the place. When you're given a slot, that is your spot. You don't start swapping around or changing where you are located with. No, that is your spot and that is where you set up. Very, very important. Please keep time in the morning. Like I told you, this market is popular with visitors, people visiting Kenya, tourists as well. And so these are people who are here with a plan. We will wake up, we will start here, we will do this, because they have limited time in the country and they want to see as much. They want to make use of their time in a more, the best way possible. So the traffic starts coming in very early in the morning. Last Saturday, I was setting up at 8:30, and trust me, by 9, there was a huge crowd of people. And they come, they shop, they leave because they're on to many other things. So you can't delay and say, oh, I'm going to be there at 11 you're going to miss out on that. There's a whole crowd that comes very early in the morning. Those are people who are probably having other activities during the day. And then there's a crowd that comes in the afternoon again. So to be able to maximize on your sale, your visibility, be there on time, early enough, set up. Like I mentioned, they're very organized. There are people who assist with carrying your luggage, so do not worry about that. There'll be somebody, they have wheelbarrows, they have guys who will help you. You negotiate with them how much it is. They will take your things from your car or from where you're delivered to your spot. And once you park in the evening, they'll carry them out for you at a small fee. They're very reasonable. And then you have the ones who are in charge of other things, like maybe my table is broken, my leg is swinging, those things. There'll be those people also to help. So there's a whole team on site the whole day. Very, very helpful. Guys, are you convinced? Do you want to join the list? Go to Instagram, Organic Farmers Market, inbox them. Somebody will respond to you and they will take you through the process and they will tell you whether you have a slot or you don't have a slot, or whether you're put on waiting list, or whether all that information will be given by the team that is in charge. I don't have it. So please don't come to my comment section and say, Wamayo, if I want to come this Saturday, can I come? No, I don't know. You have to inbox Organic Farmers Market and tell them what you'll sell and let them respond to you and give you the details of what happens next and whether there is availability. With that said, guys, someday after several visits or after several vending of the market, maybe I will do another video to review how the sales have been. I feel like this is too early to speak about how much I sold and how the market performs, because surely 2 Sundays are not enough. I'm still getting my product out there. I am just introducing my products to the audience, so it's too early. I will do another video when that time comes, after I have done vending several times and I have enough to share about the sales and how other performances are. But for now, I hope that is information that is good enough for you to make a decision whether you want to be part of OFM Karen, or you want to start with OFM Kilimani, which goes for 500 shillings a table. So if you would like to start with Kilimani, 500 shillings a table on Sundays, reach out to them and let them tell you where they have space. So that is what makes this market so popular, and that is why every vendor wants to be in this market. Until the next market video, bye-bye. Let me now do my beanies. I told you I can't multitask. I can't. See? So I have to sit down and concentrate. Ni hiyo tu kwa sasa.